Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm just going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go in with the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector today as like my foundation. Obviously, I've already applied my skincare products before this, so now I'll just go in with this. I just usually dab it everywhere, and then I'll take my Real Techniques sponge. It already has been dampened and ready to go, so I will just pounce this in really quickly. I really do like this skin perfector. It's not like too much coverage and it's not super cakey or anything, but I do like the way that it feels and stuff on the skin. It doesn't feel like too thick or creamy, even though like it comes out super thick actually when you squirt it out. It like literally, it's not runny at all. Also, mine is in Ivory to Fair. Finish pouncing this in. I'm done with that. Now I'm gonna move on to concealer. I'm just gonna be using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Stick Concealer today. I'm not really going to like full coverage or anything. Just a little bit on my nose. Sometimes I do that because my nose kind of like will peek through my foundation or my stuff that I put on my face for the day sometimes. So I just add a little bit of coverage sometimes to my nose with concealer. Obviously you don't have to, unless you do have the same problem as me. I'm just gonna go in with powder and set, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Fix setting perfecting powder, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to take a Wet n Wild powder brush, and I'm just going to dip some in it, but I'm going to take the lid and kind of like take some off because a lot of times it picks up a lot. Just going to smooth this around. This one is a little bit on the powdery side, but as long as you like rub it in circles and tap it off a little bit, it's not as bad. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a smaller one for my eyes. Same thing, I'm just gonna apply a little bit underneath. And on my eyelid, see how it's already creasing up? I have really horrible creases on my eyelid, so like whenever I apply anything it creases really fast, so I have to try to set it like right away. Okay. I think we're probably good. Yeah, it looks like it's fine. Okay. Now I'm just gonna go ahead in with doing my eyebrows. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This one is natural brown. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it. Move on to the next eye. I have like non-existent eyebrows. They're barely there, so then sometimes I really just feel like what the hell, I'm going bold today. Make them giant eyebrows. Okay, so I'm actually done doing that. Now I'm gonna go ahead in with my eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Tarte Tartiest Pro Palette. And I think for my first shade, I'm just gonna go in with the Whimsy up here at the top as kind of like sort of a transition shade. Now, Tarte eyeshadows are super pigmented, like super pigmented. As you can see, I didn't have to go far with that. Oh, and by the way, this is another Wet n Wild brush. This is just the shading brush, I think it's called. I really don't know what they call it, but I think that's what it's called. It's the fluffier one. I always use it for like transition and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna take the same shade on the other eye. Just putting it all over the transition area and down in the crease. Just dragging it down, as you can see. I'm staying more like with the brown, kind of brownish shades and tones today. I don't know why. Actually, I think I know why, because I chose a red lip today. So I was like, I guess I'll stay in the like neutrally browns and to go with that. All right. Just gonna kind of tap off my shadow brush a little bit. And then I'm gonna pick up this edgy shade down here, this one down here. And just lightly tap it in. And I'm gonna keep this kind of like on the outer a little bit more, kind of like just tap it in right in here, move it around a little bit. Just trying to focus on the outer, sort of bringing it up into the crease, and if it gets a little above, that's fine too. I'm not going all the way over, just mainly focusing over here, kind of like mid to outer. I first kind of just pat it on. Do the same thing, kind of just drag it. Just kind of move it around. Okay. Now I'm gonna take that same shade and I'm just gonna actually grab a different brush, probably this e.l.f. one right here. This says it's a contour brush. And I'm just gonna pick up that same edgy shade just a little bit like on the tip and sort of work it like in the crease a little bit just to deepen it up a bit. Like that. Just slightly. Same thing over here. Just kind of like in the crease just to deepen that up. Not bringing it too far up into my transition, just focusing it more like in the crease and a little bit like below. Same thing over here. Now I'm gonna pick up the smoked brown shade right up here at the top. Now this one's pretty deep, so I'm just going to take a little bit Just kind of like tap it like on the edge. And the same thing, just kind of like tap it on the outer and kind of like just move it around, bring it in just a little bit. A little bit more, just like so. Now I'm just gonna take another brush. This is the e.l.f. one, and it's one of the, I think it's like the large eyeshadow brush. I'm not really sure what they call it either. What a pain. And I'm just gonna take Edgy and Smoked and kind of like mix them together slightly and go on the lower lash line. Just like this, just a little bit. Same thing with the other eye. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply some eyeliner. I'm gonna take this is the Endless Silky Eye Pen by Pixi. It says BronzeBeam. Okay. And I'm just gonna apply that on my inner waterline, lower one obviously. I really like brownish bronzy eyeliners. I could like wear it every day. It's usually the ones I pretty much would go for daily. Now I'm going to take this shade up here called ethereal. I don't know why I can never say that word. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna take a Wet n Wild brush. This is another flatter type eyeshadow brush. And I'm just gonna pick up that one since it's more of a shimmery shade. I'm just going to put it like halfway onto my eyelid. I'm just gonna like, almost like I'm cutting my crease, but I'm not gonna physically do that. So I'm just going to like pull it up and over like halfway, just like so. Same thing with the other side. Just kind of cut it out a little bit on its own here. And I thought, you know, since I'm going more brown, I'll just go kind of gold. I was gonna go a lot lighter than this with the shimmer shade, but I was like, no, since I'm doing kind of like deeper browns, I'll just go with the darker gold color. Okay, I think I'm just going to take a little bit of the lighter, if I can find my brush here, the lighter shimmer shade called Glam right over here, and I'm just gonna apply that right along the darker shade, but on the eyelid, just to kind of brighten it a little bit more, the eyelid area. And I'm gonna take that same shade with another Wet n Wild brush. I think this might be like a concealer brush. And I'm gonna take the same shade, the lighter Glam, and put it on my inner corner. And to go ahead and do my bronzer. So I'm going to take a smaller, sorry for the noise, where the heck is it? A smaller brush, and this is just a, it says it's a blusher brush. This was like a kit that somebody had got me. I don't remember what kit it was, but it was just like a brush gift set. And I'm just gonna take a little bit, tap it, and sort of contour a little bit with bronzer. Just a little. I like using this brush for that because I can kind of carve it out a little bit at the same time, but then I just, as you can see, just kind of go up and in circles. So I'm still like bronzing at the same time pretty much. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this e.l.f. complexion brush, dip it a little bit in the bronzer, and just give my whole cheek a little bit. And I'm gonna do my forehead, of course, because nobody likes to walk around with a giant white forehead. I am actually hoping that I ordered a ring light, so I'm hoping it comes really soon so I can get this lighting situation under control, because this side of my face looks way whiter than this side of my face with this lighting. It's kind of annoying, so sorry about that, guys. I'm just gonna go in with some blush, and I'm gonna take the Makeup Revolution. This is one of the matte blushes, and this one is in Nude. And I'm just gonna take a little, this is a random blush brush too. This is an actual, not a synthetic one, which I don't really like using these non-synthetic ones anymore. I prefer to use synthetic ones, but I like the shape of this one, so that's why I've been like leaning towards this one lately. Okay, I think we're good to go there. Just gonna go ahead and apply some highlighter. I'm gonna take the Ulta Illuminating Powder in Pink Diamonds, and I'm going to take that smaller brush that I told you was probably a concealer brush from Wet n Wild and apply some to my brow bone. I usually always apply the highlighter to my brow bone. Always. Whatever highlighter I'm wearing for the day. Okay. Now I'm going to take a Wet n Wild fan brush and I will apply that. Right. A little bit on my nose. I say a little bit and then I freaking go overboard, right? We never can just apply a little highlighter. It always ends up being a fiasco. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead in and do my glitter eyeliner. I'm going to be taking the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner, and this one is in Dramatic Sparkle. It's kind of like more of a gold. Let's see if I can pull this off without blocking you. Okay. Going a bit dramatic here, aren't I? Okay. Let it dry. Hopefully I don't mess it up since I have hooded eyes. Usually I have to keep my eyes looking kind of down because once I look up, seriously, my hooded eye takes over and I ruin everything. All right. Okay. We're looking okay. All right, so while that's drying, oh my god, that burns like hell. That must be the mixture of This has never burned my eyes before, but I have a feeling it has to do with the mixture of the Tarte eyeshadows. Oh goodness. You just never know when you're gonna have a reaction to something. Like, I've used this a million times and it has never burned me before, but all of a sudden it's like burning my face off. Seriously. Oh god. You gotta be careful. And remember not to mix my Tarte eyeshadows with the NYX glitter liner. Okay. Sorry, forgot to tell you what I was lining my lips with, but you probably already know. I use it all the time. It's the Laura Gellar Pout Perfection. This is a waterproof lip liner in Spice. And now I'm going to go ahead in with Jordana Sweet Cream Matte. And this one is in Cherry Gobbler. Yeah, Cobbler. Gobbler. Sorry. Just going to apply it. I swear, reds are so hard to apply. For some reason, I always have problems applying the reds. I could apply like this deep vampy color better than I can apply a red. I don't know why. It's really weird. Sorry. Completely covering you. Okay. All right, and the last thing we have to do is mascara. I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I have applied my mascara, and so basically this is the final look. I hope you guys try to recreate this look as well. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me creating this look today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before leaving, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!